Hello friends, welcome to our channel Honest Advisors. Today we are going to discuss about term loans and various aspects about assessment of term loans. So friends, in today's video we'll be discussing about what is term loan, types of project appraisal, project cost and source of finance, profitability estimate, calculation of DSCR, break-even point analysis and sensitivity analysis. So let us start the video. So the very first question arises, what is term loan? A term loan is a loan that is repaid in regular installments over a set period of time. Term loan usually lasts between 1 and 10 years but may last even longer as 30 years in some cases. The example is housing loan. Term loans are used for the purpose of acquiring new assets or for improvement of existing asset. Term loan can also be sanctioned on reimbursement basis against the valuation of assets by keeping appropriate margin. The tenor of loan shall be fixed based on requirement of borrower, project need, cash flows and other duly justified commercial requirements, and moratorium depending on case-to-case basis. Now the project cost estimate. Computation of cost estimate is scrutinized very carefully to ensure that the total project cost arrived is accurate, comprehensive, reasonable and realistic. The proportion of debt and equity component, that is, the project debt to equity gearing envisaged in the tie-up by means of financing of project is examined to ascertain whether it is reasonable and acceptable. Coming to term loan appraisal. Term loan appraisal covers the appraisal of borrower and appraisal of project. Term loans are loan term commitments. Long-term loans repayable in 10 years, 15 years or even beyond. The repayment is done out of cash generated from business activities. Appraisal of term loans also cover the appraisal of borrower, for example, about the honesty of borrower, integrity, business capacity and his managerial competence. Now, how borrower can be assessed? It can be done by personal interview, credit investigation, trade circle inquiry, market reports, CIBIL report, assets and liability, RBI defaulter list, newspaper, magazine and others. Now, types of project appraisal. Techno-economic viability report is expected while doing project analysis. The TEV provides appraisal of technological parameters of a project and its impact on financial viability of project. Here we'll be studying about 4 different appraisals. The very first among them is market appraisal that aims at determining the total market demand for the product and the market share that the product or service will occupy. Now, technical appraisal. Activities include ensuring availability of raw material required and quantity of raw material required, other requirements like power, water, etc. suitable for plant design and layout and required technology, optimal scale of operation, etc. Now comes the financial appraisal. This appraisal helps in evaluating the financial cost and benefits associated with a project. Different appraisal criteria like net present value, IRR, these help in performing a financial appraisal. Economic appraisal, it helps in evaluating the extent to which the project is beneficial to the society. Coming on to financial appraisal of a project. Financial appraisal of a project covers present values and their projections. That simply means where the project stands today and what will be projections after or over a period of time in future. The following ratios are to be examined for actual and future projections for the period of repayment of loan. These are sales and profitability ratios, tangible net worth, total outside liabilities to tangible net worth, debt equity ratios, fixed asset coverage ratio for term loan, calculation of DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. Now we'll have to consider the project cost and sources of finance. That simply means the area that needs finance and the sources that can cover the requirement of finance. So the area that needs finance in a project are land, site development, building, civil work, etc., plants and machinery, miscellaneous asset, preliminary and pre-operative expenses, contingencies or emergency fund, working capital margin. So these are the areas where funds are required to be employed. Now, what can be the sources of these finance? These sources can be share capital, internal accruals of that particular firm, term loan from bank, unsecured loan and subsidies. Now we'll be studying about cost of production and profitability. Estimation of cost of production and profitability is done to assess earning capacity of project or capacity of a unit to service the loan, or capacity of the unit to service the share capital or surplus available with the unit to finance its future growth. Estimates are done based upon the following data. These are installed capacity, that is number of shifts per day, capacity utilization, quantity and price of input to output, that is unit cost of production, plant overheads, that involves repairs, maintenance cost, labor cost, that involves administrative expenses, then selling expenses, then financial expenses, depreciation, income tax, etc. Now the DSCR or debt service coverage ratio. DSCR is a method of calculating the repayment ability of multiple debt obligations, including proposed term loan installments. The ratio states net operating income as a multiple of debt obligation due within 1 year, including interest, principal, sinking fund and lease payments. The formula for calculating DSCR is profit after tax plus depreciation plus interest on term loans, that is to be divided by interest on long-term loans plus annual installment payable on long-term loans. If DSCR is less than 1, it suggests the inability of firm's profit to serve its debt. DSCR greater than 1 means borrower is able to serve the debt obligation. The acceptable industry norm for a debt service coverage ratio is between 1.5 to 2. To have a conclusive idea about the debt serving ability of the borrower, DSCR for the entire period of loan instead of only 1 year. Now coming on to break-even point analysis for term loans. While assessing term loans, bankers do analyze break-even point. Now what is this break-even analysis? Break-even analysis is an analysis of cost volume profit. That is a situation where a unit neither earns a profit nor incurs loss. This helps the banker to know when the borrower unit reaches its profit zone and helps to decide the moratorium period and repayment schedule of term loan. It helps in profit planning, helps to decide whether to make or buy or lease, open the shop or pull down the shutters. Break-even analysis is done to ascertain the volume of sales at which the total cost and sales income will be equal. It is a financial tool which helps you to determine at what stage your company or a new service or a product will be profitable. It is a financial calculation for determining the number of products or services a company should sell to cover its cost. In this situation, the company is neither making money nor losing money, but all your costs are being covered. It tells relation between the variable cost, fixed cost and revenue. So break-even point can be denoted as fixed cost per contribution. Now next comes the profit to volume ratio. It is the measurement of rate of change of profit due to change in volume of sales. It indicates contribution earned with respect to sales. PV ratio is measure of contribution per rupee sold to cover the fixed cost and to generate the profit. PV ratio can be calculated as contribution into 100, that should be divided by sales. Now margin of safety, difference between the actual sale and sales at break even. Now sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis is done for term loan assessment by slightly changing the assumptions in the project. This is done to see the impact of adverse changes in project by different assumptions. In this, DSCR, IRR are computed with assumptions regarding capacity utilization, cost of raw material, sales per unit or sales volume, etc. An adverse variation in the value of these parameters may alter the values of DSCR and IRR drastically, that the operations of the unit may become unviable. Sensitivity analysis done in the value of DSCR and IRR by altering the value of following parameters by plus 10% or minus 10%. Thus, it gives insight about capacity utilization, sales volume, sale price per unit, cost of raw material. So friends, that's all for today. If the video helped you, share it with your friends. If you have still not subscribed our channel, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the notification. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.